Before we start, let us be clear. Rolex is undoubtedly an iconic brand with a rich history and heritage. When it comes to watch privilege, Rolex has to be at the top of the list. All of these corporations, like Coca-Cola, Kleenex, and Sequoia Capital, are living the fever dream of any capitalist organization. Everyone knows who they are and what they do. However, even the most revered brands have their flaws. So today we're going to explore some of the aspects that have sparked debates among watch enthusiasts. Buckle up and let's dive right in. Rolex is the epitome of luxury, precision, and craftsmanship. Their watches have adorned the wrists of countless celebrities, dignitaries, and watch lovers worldwide. But is Rolex really without its faults? Let's find out. One of the most common criticisms leveled against Rolex is their pricing. Rolex watches come with a hefty price tag, often reaching astronomical figures. Some argue that the brand relies heavily on its heritage and status to justify these high prices, with other equally reputable brands offering similar craftsmanship at a fraction of the cost. Many question whether Rolex is truly worth the investment. Many comments over the years have touched upon the fact that Rolex's popularity has turned its watches into commodities, further driving up their costs in the secondary market. Yet this pricing dilemma has also opened doors to equally luxurious alternatives from other reputable brands, challenging the notion that Rolex is the ultimate choice. Another point of contention is Rolex's approach to innovation. While Rolex excels in producing reliable, timeless designs, some critics argue that the brand needs to grow in innovation. Unlike some competitors, Rolex has been relatively conservative in adopting new technologies, leading to accusations of complacency in the rapidly evolving world of horology. Let us explain. No, let us take you on a journey back in time to the fascinating beginnings of Rolex. Picture this, it's 1905, and a young, ambitious Hans Wilsdorf starts a company in London dealing in timepieces. Now, Hans was a visionary. Even back then, he dreamt of creating wristwatches that were not just elegant, but also incredibly reliable, despite the less-than-perfect accuracy of wristwatches at the time. To prove the world wrong and showcase the reliability of his innovative watches, Hans equipped them with precise movements crafted by a Swiss watchmaking company in Bienne. Rolex, under his leadership, was all about pushing boundaries and innovating the watchmaking industry. Fast forward to today, and Rolex seems to have taken a different path. In the last 3 to 4 years, they've been revisiting old designs, creating insane waitlists, and driving prices through the roof. We mean, can you believe a Rolex Oak is now more accessible than a Daytona? Take the GMT Master 2 Sprite as an example. Don't get us wrong, it's a fantastic timepiece. It looks stunning, fits perfectly on the wrist, and has that cool lefty crown at 9 o'clock. But here's the thing. Who was eagerly waiting for yet another GMT Master 2 variant? Seriously, show us one person from the watch community dying for this. Rolex added another watch to the waitlist, making it even more unattainable. And guess what? That's become a pattern for them lately. It's like they're playing hard to get, but in the world of watches. You know, what many watch collectors really can't stand isn't Rolex itself, but rather ignorance. It's evident from the countless questions online like, which is better, blah blah blah, or Rolex? Now, questions are great because they open the door to learning something new. But what's frustrating is the fundamental need for more understanding of the technical aspects of Rolex watches, especially the Submariner, which is like the epitome of Rolex these days. In our opinion, most Rolex watches are fantastic timepieces. They're meticulously crafted, especially considering their purpose, essentially high-end tools. A blog writer even once wrote that she wouldn't classify them as luxury watches. Not really. And in a way, we must agree. Even though Rolex movements are top-notch, they need to measure up to the medium to high-end creations of revered brands like the Holy Trinity or other comparable timepieces. They simply operate in different leagues. But here's the interesting part. Rolex is quietly gearing up its efforts, delving into the realms of complications and intricate finishes, the very things that make a watch haute horologie or high watchmaking. So, what we are saying might change, and pretty drastically too. All brands are fiercely competing, especially in the high-end niche. We're talking about timepieces that cost as much as high-end cars, a seriously lucrative business. Rolex has been subtly revamping its traditional line, following the introduction of the Sky Dweller, which had a complication. That seems to be the direction Rolex is heading, pulling Tudor, its younger sibling, to cover the lower end of the spectrum. It makes sense from a marketing perspective, especially since Rolex keeps raising its prices. But the core problem remains. Rolex keeps producing these unattainable watches that, honestly, customers need to be clamoring for. Let's face it, Rolex has become a bit predictable, and that's precisely why people are starting to lose interest. Now, Rolex's limited production strategy is both a strength and a weakness. The scarcity of their watches fuels demand and exclusivity, making them highly coveted items. However, this limited availability often results in long waiting lists and inflated prices in the secondary market. Some argue that Rolex could do more to meet the demand, ensuring that genuine enthusiasts don't have to resort to exorbitant prices from resellers. Many comments from watch enthusiasts highlighted the frustration caused by Rolex's scarcity. The brand's limited availability has led to inflated prices and waiting lists, creating an aura of exclusivity that heightens its appeal and fuels resentment. Some liken the experience to missing out on coveted event tickets, breeding a mix of envy and disdain. However, this scarcity has also paved the way for exploration, allowing enthusiasts to discover other unique and exciting watch brands. One issue that has plagued Rolex and other luxury brands is the rise of counterfeit watches. The popularity of Rolex has made it a prime target for counterfeiters, flooding the market with fake timepieces. That not only tarnishes the brand's reputation, but also poses a significant challenge for buyers trying to ensure the authenticity of their purchases. Then there is the age-old debate: Rolex versus its competitors, particularly Omega. It's a topic that sparked heated discussions among watch enthusiasts. Some folks argued passionately that Omega offers watches of comparable, if not superior quality, without the hassle of scarcity that often plagues Rolex. They pointed out Omega's availability, reasonable pricing, and rich historical significance, creating a buzz of voices suggesting it might be worth looking beyond the Rolex universe for the perfect timepiece. Then there's the whole Rolex bubble scenario. Predictions about it bursting were flying around in the comment sections of several blogs and channels. Some people thought it might soften, but others vehemently disagreed, emphasizing Rolex's enduring popularity. The conversation delved into the brand's deeply ingrained status, making it seem unlikely to fade into obscurity like fads. People even brought up issues like material supply shortages, suggesting that Rolex's demand might increase, making it even more elusive. It's like trying to predict the stock market. You never know how it'll play out. Anyway, we hope you agree with us that Rolex, like any other brand, is not without its shortcomings. While it enjoys unparalleled prestige and recognition, it's essential to recognize the areas where it falls short. That said, it's crucial to note that Rolex's enduring appeal lies in its impeccable craftsmanship, timeless designs, and rich heritage. Whether you're a staunch supporter or a skeptic, there's no denying the impact of Rolex on the world of watchmaking. As watch enthusiasts, it's essential to appreciate the diverse options available, each offering its unique blend of craftsmanship, heritage, and style.